Today I'm here to talk to you all about an important issue that is prevalent in athletics today. Did you know, according to this chart, that the U.S. men's soccer team was paid $8 million for losing the first round of the World Cup when the U.S. women's soccer team was only awarded $2 million for winning the World Cup? This is just one of the many discrepancies we see today in athletics. The fight for gender equality is an ongoing battle despite the tremendous progress made in the past few decades. The world's finest female athletes lag behind their male counterparts in terms of earnings. Indeed, there is as much a gender pay gap in sports as there is in corporate America, and the discrepancy is glaring and unfair. I have played sports all my life, and growing up and seeing the athletes I admire so much make less than their male counterparts discourages me. For this speech, I have done much research on the topic before providing my own point of view. I've decided to talk to you all about the lack of equal pay between male and female athletes because I want you to be aware of the major inconsistency between the two. My goal in this speech is to help spread the word about the issues circling in athletics all around the world. I hope that after my presentation, you will possibly understand that women deserve the right to have the same opportunities and rewards as men. Before I dive into the wage gap among male and female athletes, it is important for you all to know and understand the wage gap and how it affects people. According to Cambridge Dictionary, the definition of a wage gap is the difference between the average pay of two different groups of people, for example, men and women. The gender pay gap spans almost in every industry, and the sports are no different. But between particular sports, there are vast discrepancies in pay for men and women, ranging from tennis, where pay is comparable, and basketball, where players are nowhere near equal to the other one in pay. Tennis players are the only female athletes to rank among the overall top earners overall in the past decade, with Serena Williams, Maria Sharapova, and Li Na all having appeared in the multiple times on the Forbes list. Excluding men's star Roger Federer, elite female tennis players compare very well with their male counterparts in terms of endorsement earnings. According to the article, Why Female Athletes Earn Less Than Men All Across Sports, published by Forbes, the marketable tennis players made 4 times as much endorsements and appearances as they did from prize money. As well as among the 10 highest paid females in the year 2018, 9 of them were tennis players. On the other side of things, females earn significantly less in sports like basketball. The NBA's minimum salary is 10 times as much as the WNBA's minimum salary, and the average salary of the NBA is more than 85 times the amount of the average salary that a woman makes in the WNBA. As you can see, according to Equal Pay for Equal Play, the top WNBA salary was $117,500 compared to the $37.4 million made by a player in the NBA, as you can see in this chart. As pointed out in the statistics before, here are a few reasons as to why women deserve equal pay in athletics. According to In Search of a Level Playing Field, top female athletes have to make progress in pay, but gaps remain in scholarships and airtime revenue. Female tennis players earn 80 cents for every dollar earned by male players, and this discrepancy matches the general pay gap in American workplaces. This gap translates to a difference between $120,624 in total earnings. This difference means that the 15th ranked male player in the world on average makes $120,624 more than a female player with the same exact ranking. There is still a disparity. Thankfully for female tennis players, the discrepancy is not as glaring as it is in the case of the WNBA and the NBA. Several factors contribute to this gender pay gap in sports. As stated in the article Examining the Gender Pay Gap in Elite Sports written by Andrea Casper, these factors include sexism, mismatched media coverage, and the most disconcerting, the lack of women holding governing positions in sports organizations. With no significant change being made to ensure equality in pay and representation, female athletes will remain on the short end of the pay scale and for the foreseeable future. There are some things that have been done already to try and bridge the gap, however, we have a long way to go. There's a handful of times when Serena Williams can make just as much money as Roger Federer, and Tori Brown can earn just as much of prize earnings as Tyson Gay. But we still need to do more. What kind of message is this sending to young girls all across the country? that if you put in the same amount of time, effort, and dedication in your craft, you won't be rewarded at the same level as the boy who lives across the street. There needs to be a wake-up call for the sake of our future athletes. Many things have already been done, but there is so much more that needs to be done. To support women's sports and help bridge the earnings gap, I suggest that fans attend women's sporting events, both professional and amateur, encourage television stations and newspapers to provide coverage on women's sports, donate time and financial support to local women's athletics, as well as make a personal commitment to helping young women improve her physical and mental well-being throughout her athletic achievement. These are just a few important things we can do to encourage and spread the word about the importance of this issue. After I discussed with you what the wage gap is, the statistics behind unequal pay between male and female athletes, what the issue is, and what needs to be done, I hope you have opened your eyes to just how important the problem of unequal pay in sports is. I urge all of you to take a harder look at what is happening today in sports all around the world. I want you to understand the importance of equality in sports among men and women. Thank you.